Hi, everybody. We're back with our Sharing for Success podcast. Today we've got Janine Telfer from Telfer Chartered Accountants talking to us. Janine, how are you this morning?
Hi, I'm great, Anthony. We've just been for our daily walk and got back, so ready to get some things done today.
Perfect. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself and your company and your role within the company.
So my name's Janine Telfer. I run Telfer Chartered Accountants Limited, and I'm the director there. And we are a CA firm with a small team, but working towards helping small businesses achieve their personal and business goals.
Perfect.
At a very personalised level, because we're so small.
Excellent. Now, during the COVID level 4 period, what services are you offering to people?
Our services actually haven't dropped off at all. Like, we're still offering all our existing services, but something we've added into the mix is business continuity planning. I'm running a webinar on that next week if anyone wants to jump on in, but it's just planning for if there is an event like this, or just in general having a plan for if anything happens in the future, so that you can just carry on as well as you can.
Yeah. Okay, I'll include a link to that in the comments below. And
Yeah.
so key pieces of advice as you're talking to your clients about at the moment, Janine?
The main thing I'm telling people is actually to look after yourself, because if you don't look after yourself, then you can't be the best for your team and you can't run the business and make good decisions. So looking after yourself, priority, and then looking after staff, and then reaching out to your customers. So in kind of that order, because I mean that you are the business. So yes.
Yeah. And so things like getting out for a walk and getting some exercise as part of your day, keeping the endorphins running, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing, and just keeping in touch with people. I mean, we're in lockdown, but we're still wanting to keep in touch. Like, we're not like locked away. We don't want to be locked away at home. So what we're doing is Kirsty and I have a daily Zoom meeting, not always at the same time, but it's great to catch up face to face with the team and discuss what we're up to for the day and any challenges. And we're also doing the 9 a.m. Les Mills fitness classes, just to kind of, keep a bit active and start the day really fresh.
Well done.
Or huffing and puffing, depending on how intense it is that day.
Yeah, that's good. The Zoom calls are certainly good.
Yes.
Janine, everyone's operating a little bit differently under this COVID level 4. What solutions or success stories have you got that you can share with other people?
So for us, we can already work remotely, and so we often will say, we're going to work from home a certain day a week. So we were prepared, and as soon as the COVID-19 started getting into the news, I guess some clients started to get a bit prepared too, and we kind of forethought some of what has happened, and so a lot that can work remotely were already set up and ready to go, which is great. The ones that are essential services, what they're doing is, if and as they're needed, gearing up so that they can go and have limited contact with people, and just going in or booking everyone in to do whatever it is their service is on the same day, and just limiting the exposure, I guess, and the possible spread. But I'm just being a bit more organised like that, really.
Yeah. I was talking to a client this morning who manages a manufacturing essential services in Auckland, and they have a 5:30 start, but they have all their staff come in. They take all the temperature when they arrive, just to make sure they're right. Do a bit of quick interview, making sure that everyone's as safe as possible. So even with essential services, they're still doing that really good staff care. So. Yeah,
it's super important, and thankfully the government has announced and is providing more details on Monday that there is some more leave opportunities available for essential service workers, because it was a bit unclear what was going on with them. So we'll find out more on Monday, thankfully.
Oh, perfect. In terms of the government, any changes you're aware of that come through, I guess especially from an accounting point of view, that you'd like to share with people out there who are looking at how they can, what they should be looking for within their own businesses?
So one of the major things that's been announced is that the threshold for writing off low value assets is actually increased to $5,000 for the next 12 months. So that essentially means if you buy, I don't know, an asset that's worth $4,999.99, you can claim that whole amount in the tax year as opposed to having to capitalise and depreciate it over its life. That is quite good. So if you do need to invest, then yeah, you can do it now and take advantage of the tax write-off. In saying that, think about it, because if you don't have the money or you're not expecting to have the money, don't do it. So it's a big picture. If you've got the money and we're going to do it, great, then do it. But yes, be realistic with what you're forward thinking for the next 3 months kind of thing, and talk to your accountant before you do it if you're unsure.
Always good advice. But if you're buying laptops for people to work from home, typically would be under that $5,000 threshold.
Yes. Definitely.
Okay.
The other announcement was that for commercial building owners only, they can claim depreciation in this tax year. So that's going to help if needed as well. And of course, the main thing that's in the news at the moment is the wages subsidies. It's a little bit complex, so yeah, talk to your accountant if you're unsure about it before you apply.
Yeah, it seems like it's available to an awful lot of people, and there's a really good. It's just getting it right to make sure it works for your business.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, it was first announced before we were in lockdown, so a lot of businesses can't operate at all, so there's no money coming in. So and with that, don't spend it all, because you might have to pay some back if we end up back at work in the next 6 to 8 weeks, potentially.
Okay, yeah. And you still need to pay tax on it, obviously.
Yes, absolutely. So when you pass it on to your staff, you're still running it through payroll. The subsidy is the gross amount, so you're still deducting tax and student loan, etc. off it before you pay your staff.
Okay, that's a really good tip for people to pick up on. And
talk absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Now, favorite business book? Anything that comes to mind? I'm sure you're a big reader.
I read, but I have small children, so not very much time to read. But the one I've read more recently is called Wolfpack by Abby Wambach, and it's a great book for learning all about leadership and working in a team as part of a team. She was a soccer player for the US League in America, and it does seem to be tiered a little bit towards females, but I actually think it's a good general book.
Yeah, I think that crossover between sports and business is becoming more and more to the fore in business and in coaching. I know we certainly embrace some of the techniques used in sport for achieving at a high level.
Yes, absolutely. And funnily enough, my business coach was the one that said, read this book. And actually it is really good, and it's worth a reread or a listen if you're using Audible.
Oh, perfect. Now, just during this COVID time, what are you doing with the family to stay upbeat and positive to make sure you're in the best mindset possible?
So we're trying to get out for a walk every day, as much as the almost 6-year-old complains. It's good to get out and spend a bit of time together, even if we're huffing and puffing, me anyway. And yeah, just trying to have some downtime to ourselves as well, because it is quite a challenge. I mean, my husband's a tradie, so he's used to physical activity all day, and he's struggling a little bit with that. So getting out and about and the fresh air and exercise is definitely helping us through it.
Oh, perfect. That's fantastic. Hey, really appreciate your time, Janine. So that was Janine from Telfer Chartered Accountants. I'm sure she's happy to hear from you, from anyone out there.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll include a link to the webinar she's running next week. But yeah, thanks everyone, and thanks for sharing for Success.
Oh, no worries.